What should the Seattle Mariners do about Justin Turner? Let's talk about it. So as most of us know, Justin Turner will be a free agent going into this offseason, and he is going to be turning 40 as well, so he is definitely getting up there in age. But there were some comments that I kind of want to go over and kind of go over some of his stats to see if the Mariners should really consider re-signing him. So this tweet is from one of the Mariners reporters, Shannon Dreyer, and this is what Justin Turner had to say about returning possibly next season. I've talked to a lot of guys, and I've enjoyed my time here. I would love to be back and be a Mariner. When that time comes, we will see what happens. I absolutely love spending time around these guys. And on top of that, Justin Turner said he is 100% coming back to baseball next season. And this tweet from Lookout Landing gives you a little bit of perspective on how much he is respected. Cal Raleigh said pregame that I'm going to do everything I can to get Justin Turner back. I don't know how much say I have, but I'm going to. Luke Raley also said postgame that I truly believe if JT was here for the full season, we'd be in the playoffs. Now, we knew Justin Turner was a great leader, and he is a guy that has a lot of respect across Major League Baseball. It is just great to hear these guys say these positive things just to reaffirm and kind of show how much they want him to come back next year. Now, that being said, we knew Justin Turner was a very well-respected player and honestly viewed as one of the coaches because he is just super smart and has been through a lot throughout the course of his career. But now you kind of got to get into the nitty-gritty of, what price should they really bring him back on? What are his stats in T-Mobile, away from T-Mobile, etc., just to see, what is his value per se. Now, besides being a great player, I think Justin Turner brings a lot of value in that leadership role and kind of that playoff experience role as well. That's why it does kind of suck that they weren't able to make the playoffs this year, just because his veteran presence and having that experience in the postseason would have been huge for a lot of these young guys. Now, just to give a little bit of insight to what his contract was going into 2024 with the Blue Jays, he was signed on a one-year, $13 million deal with $1.5 million in incentives. So that allows him to make a maximum of $14.5 million in 2024 on that Blue Jays contract. But in my opinion, I think that is a little much in order to re-sign him. So excluding Sunday's game against the Athletics, Turner had put up 118 hits this season with 11 home runs and 53 RBIs. Now, in my personal opinion, is 118 hits worth $15 million next season? I would have to disagree on that. Now, it is very uncommon for somebody to say they love playing for the Seattle Mariners, especially a guy that has only been here for, 2 to 3 months. But if he is saying that and his numbers show that he is very comfortable hitting in T-Mobile, I think he is probably worth anywhere from the 6 to 10 million range, probably on that 8 million if I had to give an exact number. But just to show that he definitely was comfortable playing in T-Mobile, he posted up a 144 WRC plus with a 257 average and 3 home runs and 12 RBIs while playing at T-Mobile this season. So there's no doubt that he is comfortable playing in T-Mobile, and also his away numbers kind of show that he is just a good player overall. With the Mariners, away from T-Mobile, he hit 264 with a 102 WRC plus, 10 RBIs and 2 home runs. So his numbers actually are a little down away from T-Mobile. So again, playing in T-Mobile is definitely not a concern. So I had posted a tweet a little bit ago kind of saying what would Justin Turner's role kind of be if he were to come back for the Seattle Mariners, knowing that, you have a guy like Luke Raley who could play first base. Justin Turner can obviously mix in a DH. So in my mind, the best way to go about it is especially keeping the outfield intact. So you have Randy, Julio, and Victor play the outfield, with Luke kind of being that fourth guy going from first base to outfield based on where he's needed that specific day. And for those of you Mitch Garver haters, he will be here next year and he will still be DHing, if not also playing a backup catcher role more often. But basically, in my mind, I kind of have it as Luke and Justin Turner flip-flopping at first base. Obviously, Justin Turner is not going to be able to play 155 games next year. Like I said, he is turning 40. But having Justin Turner be able to play first base as well as mix in a DH, which with Mitch Garver, whether, Cal really needs just an entire off day, you put Mitch behind the plate and Justin Turner at first base or whatever the case may be. You can do it in that kind of sense, and that is kind of where Justin Turner's role will become very, very big for the Mariners. On top of that, that also makes the Mariners focus this offseason very much focus on the infield and not even necessarily first base. So maybe a guy like Pete Alonso who's going to be searching for that big contract. They don't really have to worry about that. They kind of just focus on, third base, second base, and maybe even shortstop and moving JP over to second. But like I said in previous videos, we'll get a lot more into the offseason content as we go along through this winter. But I think re-signing Justin Turner for the Mariners would be a massive plus just on top of his great baseball ability. He does not strike out a lot. He walks a lot, hits for high average, and he just knows how to play the game of baseball. And he's just would be a great leader and a great guy to have around for the entire season and really helping young guys when they go through slumps and kind of helping them get out of it by being almost that coach/player role. But please let me know what you guys think on re-signing Justin Turner and maybe what price you would want to re-sign him at for a 1, maybe even 2-year deal, but I think 2 years is kind of pushing it. 1-year deal, in my mind, anywhere from 6 to 10 million would be perfect. But otherwise, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and Seattle Mariners baseball is going to be gone for a long time. We will have to see you guys in a few months for another Mariners baseball game. But otherwise, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.